Welcome in, Bingers. Glad to have you here today. Let's go.
It's the Binge Podcast where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast. Come join us fast.
So here's a rant about current events in a little section I like to call The Rant.
Cast out the daily grind. Thoughts unleashed, no place to hide. Passion storming every mind. Tune in, tune out, tonight we ride.
All right, folks, here we go. Prepare for a wild ride through the kaleidoscopic carnival of our modern existence where reality and absurdity tango cheek to cheek like two drunken flamingos on a tightrope stretched across the Grand Canyon of human folly. Picture, if you will, a world where phones have evolved from simple communication devices into pocket-sized oracles, their glowing screens reflecting the hopes, dreams, and cat videos of a species teetering on the precipice of digital delirium. These silicone seers with their apps and algorithms have become our confessors, our companions, our cosmic navigators through the asteroid field of daily life. They judge us silently, these rectangular gods, as we Google how to boil water. For the umpteenth time, our culinary ineptitude, a source of constant amusement to the artificial intelligences that lurk behind our screens. Social media, that grand bazaar of human vanity, has transformed us all into carnival barkers, each of us shouting into the void, "Step right up and witness the amazing spectacle of my perfectly curated life." We've become masters of illusion, conjuring filtered realities where our breakfasts are always artfully arranged, our sunsets perpetually golden, and our lives an endless parade of enviable moments. It's a cosmic joke, a funhouse mirror reflecting our collective insecurities where cats reign supreme and the pursuit of likes has replaced the pursuit of happiness. In this topsy-turvy world, food trends rise and fall with the capriciousness of a toddler's affections. Kale, once hailed as the leafy messiah of nutrition, now finds itself cast aside like yesterday's kombucha, replaced by some new exotic superfood plucked from the depths of a rainforest or the peak of a mystical mountain. We flit from diet to diet like hummingbirds on a sugar high, each new nutritional philosophy promising to unlock the secrets of eternal youth and boundless energy. Paleo, keto, intermittent fasting. We're one step away from the eat-only foods that have been blessed by a left-handed shaman under a full moon diet. And let's not forget the ever-evolving world of fitness, where the search for the perfect workout has led us down a rabbit hole of absurdity. Goat yoga? Why stop there? Why not shark cage aerobics or extreme ironing while skydiving? We're a species desperately seeking sweat, convinced that the key to enlightenment lies somewhere between the 100th burpee and the final downward dog. In this grand circus of modern life, we're all tightrope walkers, jugglers, and clowns, trying to balance our multiple identities, our side hustles, our online personas, and our real-world responsibilities. We're accountant, DJ, dog walker, artisanal soap makers, our business cards unfolding like ancient scrolls to reveal the multitude of hats we wear in this gig economy gone mad. So here we are, dear listener, perched on the edge of tomorrow, our smartphones in one hand and our avocado toast in the other, poised to take a selfie that will capture this moment of existential whimsy. We're living in a world where reality and satire have become so entwined that they're practically spooning, where the line between genius and madness is as thin as the latest smartphone. Welcome to the future, folks. It's a wild, wacky, wonderful place where anything is possible, especially the improbable. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go live stream my attempt at combining underwater basket weaving with quantum physics. It's going to be the next big thing, I'm sure of it. Or maybe I'll just take a nap. In this topsy-turvy world, who can really tell the difference? This week's Top 10 list is about oversaturated side hustles.
Top 10 time, it's the thrill of the night. Rankings up high, feelings take flight. Listening close, get ready to climb. We're counting it down, it's Top 10 time.
1. Social media influencer. Saturation level off the charts. Everyone and their dog is trying to become the next big thing on Instagram or TikTok. The market is so flooded, you'd have better luck finding a unicorn than standing out. With millions of wannabe influencers posting daily, the competition for eyeballs is fierce. Unless you've truly got a unique angle or are willing to do something outrageous and potentially dangerous, your chances of making it big are slimmer than a supermodel on a juice cleanse. Plus, the constant pressure to create content and maintain a perfect image can turn what seems like a dream job into a 24/7 nightmare. 2. Dropshipping. Saturation level bursting at the seams. If you're thinking of selling generic products from AliExpress, join the club. It's so oversaturated you might as well be selling ice to Eskimos. The low barrier to entry means everyone and their grandmother is trying to cash in. The result? A sea of identical online stores selling the same products, all competing for the same customers. Good luck explaining to your buyers why that $5 item you're selling for $30 is taking 6 weeks to arrive from China. 3. Online course creation. Saturation level overflowing. There are now courses on how to create courses about creating courses. It's courseception out there. While there's always room for quality education, the market is flooded with self-proclaimed experts selling knowledge they often don't possess. From how to become a millionaire overnight to master the art of underwater basket weaving. If you can think of it, there's probably already a course for it, and probably 10 more in production. 4. Freelance writing. Saturation level, drowning in words. With everyone fancying themselves the next Hemingway, finding writing gigs is like trying to find a needle in a haystack made of other needles. The rise of content marketing has created an insatiable demand for written content, but it's also attracted hordes of writers. The result? A race to the bottom in terms of rates, with many writers working for peanuts, and not even the good chocolate-covered kind. 5. Podcast hosting. Saturation level, eardrums bursting. There are now more podcasts than listeners. Okay, not really, but it sure feels that way. From true crime to comedy, from knitting to nuclear physics, there's a podcast for everything. Starting a podcast is easy. Getting anyone to listen is the hard part. Unless you've got a unique voice or a really niche topic, like the history of left-handed Mongolian basket weavers, prepare for your listener numbers to consist mainly of your mom and your cat. Unlike the Binge here, well, we've got massive amounts of listeners, and thank you guys for that. 6. Etsy shop owner. Saturation level, crafted to the max. Unless you're selling something truly unique, like left-handed unicorn bookends, good luck standing out in the sea of handmade goods. Etsy has become the go-to platform for crafters worldwide, which means competition is fierce. That macrame plant hanger you spent hours making, there are probably 500 others just like it, all vying for the same customers. And let's not even get started on the constant battle against mass-produced items masquerading as handmade. 7. Uber, Lyft driver. Saturation level, gridlocked. In some cities, there are more rideshare drivers than actual roads to drive on. The flexibility of being a driver is attractive, but the reality often involves long hours, wear and tear on your vehicle, and dealing with passengers who think it's okay to eat sushi in your back seat. Plus, with so many drivers on the road, surge pricing is becoming as rare as a polite passenger at 2 a.m. 8. Virtual assistant. Saturation level, virtually full. The irony is that you might need a virtual assistant to help you find virtual assistant gigs. As more businesses go remote, the demand for VAs has skyrocketed. But so has the supply. You're not just competing with locals anymore, you're up against a global workforce. Unless you've got a specific skill set or are willing to work for peanuts, standing out in this crowded field is tougher than explaining to your grandma what a virtual assistant actually does. 9. YouTube content creator. Saturation level, video overload. With 500 hours of content uploaded every minute, your cat video is competing with, well, millions of other cat videos. Breaking through on YouTube requires a perfect storm of engaging content, SEO wizardry, and a bit of luck. Plus, the constant algorithm changes mean what works today might be obsolete tomorrow. Unless you're prepared to eat, sleep, and breathe video creation and maybe sell your soul to the algorithm gods, making it big on YouTube is about as likely as finding a comment section without trolls. 10. Affiliate marketing. Saturation level, link explosion. If you've ever wondered why your social media feeds are nothing but product recommendations, this is why. Everyone's trying to sell you something. Affiliate marketing promises easy passive income, but the reality is often a whole lot of work for very little reward. You're not just competing against other marketers, you're fighting against ad blockers, skeptical consumers, and the ever-shrinking attention spans of online audiences. Plus, there's always the risk that the company you're promoting will change their terms or drop their program altogether, leaving you high and dry. 11. Bonus. Being a top 10 list creator, saturation level, meta overload. Yes, even creating lists about oversaturated markets is becoming oversaturated. The irony is not lost on us. In a world where everyone's an expert and every topic has been listed to death, creating engaging original top 10 lists is becoming harder than finding 10 unique items to put on them. But hey, at least I'm self-aware about it, right? The Origins of Popular Sayings, a linguistic journey through time and culture. Language is a living, breathing entity that evolves with human culture and history. It's a mirror reflecting the collective experiences, wisdom, and quirks of societies across the globe. Among its most fascinating aspects are the idioms and sayings that pepper our everyday speech. These linguistic nuggets often have origins as colorful and as varied as their meanings, offering us a window into the past and a deeper understanding of our cultural heritage. Let's embark on a journey to uncover the stories behind some of our most beloved expressions, delving into the historical, cultural, and sometimes downright bizarre origins of the phrases we often take for granted. "It's raining cats and dogs" is a phrase that has puzzled many non-native English speakers and likely a fair few native speakers as well. While no one has ever witnessed felines and canines falling from the sky, thankfully, this saying has been in use since the 1700s. One theory suggests it originated from Norse mythology, where Odin, the god of storms, was often pictured with dogs and wolves, symbols of the wind. Witches, who were believed to ride through the sky during storms, were often depicted with black cats. Hence, raining cats and dogs may have been a way of describing particularly heavy storms. Another, more gruesome theory proposes that in old northern European towns with thatched roofs, animals would sometimes hide in the thatch for warmth. During heavy rains, the unfortunate creatures might slip and fall from the roof, giving the impression that it was indeed raining cats and dogs. While this explanation is likely more folklore than fact, it illustrates how vivid imagery can contribute to the staying power of certain phrases. Moving from the weather to the world of theater, we find the origin of break a leg. This seemingly counterintuitive way of wishing an actor good luck actually stems from theatrical superstition. Performers believed that wishing someone good luck would tempt fate to do the opposite. Therefore, telling someone to break a leg was a way of avoiding bad luck by wishing for something ostensibly negative. Some also suggest it refers to the act of bowing or curtsying, which involves bending the leg. In Elizabethan times, audiences would show their appreciation by throwing money on the stage. Actors would have to break the leg line, the line of sight between audience and the stage, to bend down and collect their earnings. Thus, to break a leg meant to give a performance good enough to earn this reward. This phrase demonstrates how professional jargon can enter mainstream usage, often with its original context lost to time. In the realm of nautical expressions, 3 sheets to the wind is a colorful way of describing someone who is very drunk. In sailing terminology, a sheet is a rope that controls the sails. If 3 sheets are loose and blowing in the wind, the ship would be out of control, much like a person who's had too much to drink. This saying is part of a rich tradition of nautical terms entering common parlance. Other examples include know the ropes, taken aback, and plain sailing. These phrases remind us of the significant influence maritime culture has had on the English language, reflecting a time when seafaring was a crucial part of many people's lives. The phrase, "the whole 9 yards," has been the subject of much debate among entomologists, with theories ranging from the plausible to the outlandish. While its exact origin is uncertain, one popular theory links it to World War II. Fighter pilots were given a 9-yard chain of ammunition. Using the whole 9 yards meant firing all of one's ammunition at a target, giving it everything you've got. However, this explanation is contested as the phrase doesn't appear in print until the 1960s. Other theories suggest it could relate to the amount of fabric needed for a suit, the volume of concrete in a cement mixer, or even the length of a standard burial shroud. The uncertainty surrounding this phrase's origins highlights the challenging linguists face in tracing the etymology of relatively modern expressions. Spill the beans is another idiom with ancient roots, demonstrating how some phrases can persist for millennia. In ancient Greece, votes were cast using different colored beans. If someone accidentally knocked over the jar of beans before counting, they would spill the beans, revealing the results prematurely. Today, we use it to mean revealing a secret. This evolution in meaning showcases how idioms can retain their basic structure while adapting to new contexts over time. It's a testament to the flexibility and durability of language. The expression, mad as a hatter, predates Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland, though the book certainly popularized it. In the 18th and 19th centuries, hat makers used mercury in the production process, particularly in the felting of animal furs. Prolonged exposure to mercury could cause neurological problems leading to erratic behavior, tremors, and slurred speech. Hence, mad as a hatter, this phrase serves as a grim reminder of the dangerous working conditions many laborers faced during the Industrial Revolution. It also illustrates how medical and scientific knowledge, or lack thereof, can influence language. Bite the bullet is a phrase that originated from battlefield medicine, painting a vivid and rather gruesome picture of military history. Before the advent of anesthesia, soldiers were given a bullet to bite on during amputations or other painful surgical procedures to help them endure the pain. The hardness of the bullet would also prevent them from biting through their own tongues. Today, it means to accept or endure a painful or unpleasant situation without showing fear. This evolution from a literal to a figurative meaning is a common pattern in the development of idioms, allowing phrases to remain relevant long after their original context has faded from common experience. The apple of my eye is a phrase meaning someone very precious or beloved, and it has roots in Old English. The apple referred to the pupil of the eye, considered a delicate and essential part of the body. The phrase appears in the Bible in the works of Shakespeare, cementing its place in the English language. Its longevity is a testament to the enduring power of poetic imagery and language. The idea of something as precious as one's vision resonates across cultures and time periods, making this phrase as meaningful today as it was centuries ago. Another fascinating idiom is to turn a blind eye, meaning to ignore something unpleasant or illegal. This phrase is said to have originated with British Admiral Horatio Nelson. During the Battle of Copenhagen in 1801, Nelson's superior officer signaled for him to withdraw. Nelson, who had lost the sight in one eye in a previous battle, supposedly raised his telescope to his blind eye and said, "I really do not see the signal." He then proceeded to lead his forces to victory. While the historical accuracy of this story is debated, it illustrates how significant historical events or personalities can give rise to lasting expressions. To pull someone's leg is a playful way of saying you're joking or teasing someone. One theory about its origin is decidedly less playful. In 18th and 19th century England, thieves would use a wire or a rope to trip their victims before robbing them. This act of pulling the leg would make the person easier to rob. Over time, the phrase has lost its criminal connotations and came to be associated with good-natured trickery instead. This evolution demonstrates how language can soften over time, with once sinister terms taking on more benign meanings. These sayings and countless others demonstrate how language preserves history, culture, and human experience. They connect us to our past while continuing to evolve in meaning and usage. Idioms serve as time capsules, encapsulating the beliefs, practices, and values of different eras. They can provide insights into historical events, technological developments, social norms, and cultural attitudes. Moreover, the study of these phrases reveals the interconnectedness of languages and cultures. Many idioms have counterparts in other languages, sometimes with fascinating variations that reflect cultural differences. For instance, while English speakers might say, "It's raining cats and dogs," in Welsh the equivalent is, "It's raining old women and sticks." The persistence and evolution of these sayings also highlight the remarkable adaptability of language. Phrases that originated in specific historical contexts continue to find relevance in modern life, often taking on new meanings that reflect contemporary concerns and experiences. This adaptability ensures that language remains a vibrant, living entity, constantly renewed by each generation of speakers. In conclusion, the next time you use one of these phrases, remember, you're not just communicating, you're participating in a rich tapestry of linguistic history that spans centuries and cultures. You're keeping alive the memories of ancient voting practices, the perils of hat-making, the bravery of soldiers facing surgery without anesthesia, and countless other snippets of human experience. So go ahead, spill the beans about these fascinating origins. Just don't go 3 sheets to the wind while doing it. By understanding and sharing the stories behind our everyday language, we deepen our connection to our collective human heritage and enrich our appreciation for the complex, beautiful tool of communication we often take for granted. If you like what you've heard on The Binge, please like and subscribe.
Tune in right now. Got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Right now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Tune in right now. Stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast.